give
think,
this
oh,
a chance.
that that's what you're going to have to decide about, I'll bet. You know, you have to make a decision about where you're going to go and what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to not have, or what or that you may look, you may have everything, right? But you need more experience with the person. But what I see is the choice you make is going to be okay. You're going to be see here I've got the 10 of cups. It's a card of cups again. You see, it's a card of happiness. You whatever way this turns out, you're going to be okay. You're going to come out all right. All right. You know you have to figure out what you want, what you're willing to pay for it. In that sense, you know, everything has a cost, right? Uh, or it's all benefit. Whichever way you look at it, the decision that you're going to have to make is if you keep this going after you spend some time as people together. That would be, then you'll get the answer to your question. Will he be able to open up and let you in? Okay.
Okay.
But please understand that what I'm saying here, although it doesn't sound particularly helpful, I guess, is that you're not going to make the wrong choice.
Like I said, I don't feel like it's my choice at this point. He's
Well,
dealing with a lot, and
right.
a relationship that's been pretty much over for a year.
Mhm.
And it's about me permeating his heart. And
Well,
that's what I guess I wanted
I, gue- I guess
to know
the
about.
choice is whether or not you want to continue. You know, again, I
I
just shuffle
don't
them up.
care to do it with anybody else.
Well, I have the Ace of Cups here. Again, you're getting cup cards, so the cards are responding. This tells me that you have a big heart, and the Temperance card is here. So what you're looking for is the balance. Temperance is about balance. Right now, you feel that the relationship is not quite balanced. Am I correct?
It ebbs and flows. It's like I said,
Mm.
we takes like 3 steps forward, 1 step back. you know.
Well, you're working through all that. These long distance things can be very difficult, right? This is that's that's part of the price we pay for the modern communications. But I do see. Let me put it this way: I see nothing but happiness in your future. I see the sun. I see the 10 of cups. I see all kinds of happy stuff here. Balance, which is the temperance card. So that's what's telling me is that you will be able to allow this to develop and see where it goes, and you will make the right decision for you.
I know I will, but I don't know if he will.
Well, that would be his concern at that point, wouldn't it? See, let me put it this way. I have another card here that's telling me this. You're at a point of change right now.
Hmm.
This card indicates that one part of your life may be coming to an end and another part is beginning.
Hope so.
And yeah, well, the question then is this going to be with this person or without?
Right.
And you have conflicting feelings. I have the Chariot here. That's a person who's holding two conflicting feelings on course and try to get it moving. But I have faith that you can get it done and do what's best for you. Here I got it again, the 10 of cups. The cards are still saying that you this is what's going on, but there is happiness in your future. You will make the right decision. Okay?
So nothing showing how he truly feels about me.
All I'm seeing now is you.
Oh, thank you, Reverend Lord.
Okay, so just hang in there and see what develops and see how you feel and see where it's going. Um, the only thing I see about him is, as I said, you're dealing with a powerful, attractive person who can do a lot with you and for you. You know, and the question is, how far will that go? Right? That's really the question with all relationships. But you happen to have be involved with somebody who is extra special that way. You know what I mean? So see where it goes. I'm getting the same cards over and over again now, and this is odd because there's a lot of cards in the deck, and now I've got the lovers again. That's the card of making a choice. So when the time comes, you'll make the right choice. Okay. I wish I could be more specific, but at least I don't see your life going down the drain. You know what I mean? I see good things coming your way. All right.
I hope so. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for your time and energy.
Good luck to you. Bye bye now. And let's shuffle up the cards. You're listening to Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. We look through the magical window of the tarot cards. There I am shuffling them up. And we get together every Wednesday at 11 Eastern Time on the Ask One Radio Network. You can check out Magic, MAGICK works.com to see 106 pages of the things that I do. My new popular post there, if you look at the alchemy post, I've got oh man, talk about it. See, magic is practical. I know magic is not this woo-woo kind of thing in the sky. And so you look at my page on alchemy and you'll see what I mean, because I include very practical things there. One of the practical things is there was an article recently in the paper on how very expensive pasta sauce is in a jar now. Jarred spaghetti sauce. You can run $9, $10. I show you how to make your own for under $1. You can find that at the alchemy page. Under $1. And you won't know the difference between that and store-bought or homemade for that matter, because it will be homemade. Cheryl in Medicine Hat, Alberta is next. Hi, you're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi,
Hi, sorry
I'm
to be
glad I
abrupt.
got on tonight.
How are you doing tonight, Cheryl?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Yeah. And how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm a little chatty today, though, for some reason. I guess,
Oh, that's
like,
all right.
I guess that's pretty good if it's radio, right? So, what can I look at for you? What can we look at tonight?
Oh, it just seems like everything in my life is kind of all up in the air, and I could sure use some guidance. So maybe just a general reading.
Okay. Well, let's see. First of all, this might be helpful to you. Is the Seven of Rods. That is a person who is capable of sweeping away all opposition and dealing with all problems. So you're very good at that. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good to know. The Nine of Coins is here. Now, this is a person who is comfortable being alone. It doesn't mean that you're lonely. It doesn't mean that you're a hermit. It just means that you don't have to be around people all the time. That you're at peace with yourself. That's good. The High Priestess card is here. That is a person who has depths that see behind what's the veil. You see depths that lead to the more important things in life, and it's almost a mystical quality. So that's very good too. I'm getting good stuff here from you.
Good.
Now I have the Ace of Coins and the Wheel of Fortune, and then are you looking for new work?
No, I hope to retire in a couple of years, but
Okay, well hey, that's the
I'm
best job there is, right?
I'm looking for a little more financial stability, security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's why I was asking, because the Ace of Coins is about a new stream of money coming in,
Oh,
and the
great.
Knight of Coins is no. Well, before that though, there's the Wheel of Fortune, which says that the conditions now are going to change in your life, and that's followed by the Knight of Coins. See, that's why I asked about money, and when I see money like that coming in, it usually means looking for new work. The Knight of Coins, it also means a new income stream is coming in. Now, the next
Mm,
card, you mentioned retirement, and that's fascinating because the next card is the death card, which doesn't mean dying. That's too many movies have ruined that card. That means
right.
the end
Yeah.
of the end of one period of your life and the beginning of another. So that's what you're planning for, is the new period in your life. And the Ten of Cups is here, which is a card of great happiness and joy, and that tells me that you're going to be very well prepared for that. So
Good.
the main concern I'm seeing with this new phase of your life that you're going to be entering is financial.
Hmm.
And I do see that you're going to come up with some other ways of making money, of getting more in
Oh,
terms of having more income. The strength card is here too, so you're very determined, and a person who has strength. Oh, and here's the Six of Rods. That's about success and triumph. It's very happy reading. It's telling me that financially you're going to get what you want.
Wow.
And as this new
And
period of yeah, as this new period of your life commences, you will be prepared for it and you'll do well.
mhm.
I hope that helps.
Yes, it sure does.
Good.
It just gives
So,
me a little boost of confidence and um, kind of eases things a bit.
well, that's one of the important things that these cards do is that it can show you whether you're on the right track or not. But according to this, you see that when you mentioned retiring, and that's I'd already had the card, the death card, about one phase of life ending and another one beginning. Now, the reason, of course, that the cards don't really go into predicting death is because that's always there in our future. The further
Mhm.
away, the
Yeah.
better, usually, But,
Yeah.
but I've been reading for years and years and years, and only one time did I ever see anything that looked remotely like imminent, disastrous death, and that's
Hmm.
that was just once. But it turned out that it was about somebody else. That's why I didn't want to talk to the person on the air about that. I said the cards. I got to talk to you privately about this, and it turned out that it involved a child who was murdered. But
Oh,
generally, but that's for all the other cards that were around it. Generally, in this case, it's perfectly it fits perfectly with what you said that you're going to retire and
yeah.
that's a wonderful new phase in life. And there you go.
Hmm.
And the money is what's on your mind about this, but happiness is there too.
Yeah.
So
Could the
I
death
think it,
card also be like the end of a marriage as well? There's issues
well,
there.
it it's the end of one phase. If you were specifically asking me about a marriage, there are other cards that directly relate to relationships and things like that. But overall,
Yeah.
it really just means that the end of one period of life and the beginning of another.
Right. Yeah.
So it's possible, but did you want to look at a relationship specifically?
Yeah. Maybe a couple cards on that. That'd be great.
Okay. Because according to this, you're going to do fine. You're going to cause that change that you want. That's going to lead to more money coming in, and you'll be
Hmm.
prepared and happy. Okay, here we go. Not happy stuff here though. This is the Nine
Oh,
of Swords is a card of great pain and sorrow.
yeah.
Has there been pain and sorrow in the marriage?
For many years already. Yes.
Okay, 'cause that is easily the saddest card in the deck. The
Yeah.
next is the
Like,
Judgment. The Judgment card is about rebirth, and the Death card is there next. You see, you asked me about that, and here it is. So yeah,
yeah.
it could mean that this is coming to an end.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it is too.
and here's the Wheel of Fortune, which is about things changing.
Hmm.
After the Wheel of Fortune is the Four of Rods, which is about happiness and contentedness. So wow, this is pretty heavy duty. I'm surprised that you asked me if the Death card could mean that, and there's that card. It's
Yeah.
right next to it's next to the Judgment card too. So as this happens, it's going to lead to a rebirth for you also, and a new phase in life for
Hmm.
you.
That's right. Where I'm going to be get my joy back and peace. And not that I don't have that now. I have wonderful family and friends.
Oh, sure, I
I'm in,
understand.
yeah.
The Nine of Swords is about sorrow and sadness, and you don't want to continue with
Hmm.
that. Why not? Why
No.
should you, right? I mean, we there's times when we have to suffer through something, and there's other times when we do what we have to not. And it's
Hmm.
and it looks to me like the Judgment card means you're going to blow that horn and be reborn and the Death card means that the new phase of life begins. The Wheel of Fortune means that the situation is going to change, and the Four of Rods is about happiness. So that's pretty
Yeah.
good. So
It is.
you got three major cards in there too. So it's about an important issue in your life.
Yeah.
Things are going to be good for you.
I think so. Yeah. I'm glad I got to talk to you tonight.
My pleasure.
Hmm.
Call again some other time.
I sure will.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye bye now.
Thank you. Yep. Bye-bye.
And let's shuffle them up. See, that's fascinating. This is what I mean. But some people believe the tarot cards are alive, alive, literally alive. So the question is, could that card also refer to the marriage? And then I read about the marriage, and there's that card. Unreal, huh? I've been doing this for 10,000 years. It feels sometimes, but I never take these cards for granted. Deborah in Delaware is next. Hi, Deborah. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi there, Elliot. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
Good, thanks.
Great. What can I look at for you?
Well, I want to take a look at finances.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. Well, the first card I've got is the Nine of Cups, and that's a card of joy and enjoyment and satisfaction and happiness, followed by the Ace of Coins, which is a new source of money coming in. That's a good one, for finances. The Wheel of Fortune, I get that a lot today. That the situation, whatever situation you're in now, is going to be changing. Oh, the Six of
Right.
Coins. The Six of Coins is a card of philanthropy. The Six of Coins is a card about getting money, about somebody laying some cash on you here. Now, that could be a gift or it could be work. There's money coming your way there. And the more important card to me is
I'm
the Ace.
selling some properties.
Oh, boy, there you go. You're going to do all right with that, according to this. My favorite card here, though, is the Ace of Swords, because the Ace of Swords is about your mind is expanding. Your mind is growing. You're changing the way you think and see the world. Am I correct?
100%, Elliot. I have to.
Yeah, well, there it is. You're doing
Absolutely.
you're doing really well with that, according to this. And that's going to give you the things that you want. Let's see. Yeah, that's the Knight of Coins is here. The Two of Coins. Here's the Seven of Coins. All these coins. Yeah, money, right? It's coming. The money's coming. Yeah, you're surrounded. You're
I'm
surrounded by
auctioning
money.
off.
You're surrounded by money cards. So yeah, you're gonna do all right.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because I'm auctioning off some properties and just, really trying to restructure my finances. And yeah, it's been a learning experience. So yeah, my whole outlook has changed.
Well, here's the Page
Even
of Coins again.
hmm?
Here's the Page of Coins. That's the beginning of the actual appearance of money. So it's not like the Knight of Coins is theoretical. The page means it's here. So yeah, you're going to do all right, money wise. And I get here. I shuffled up the cards, and here it is again: the Ace of Swords and the Six of Coins. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. There's money coming your way.
Yeah, thank God. Let me ask you now, because the ex-husband is coming home from jail. I really don't want him here with me, but he has no place else to go. How is that going to work out for me, Elliot?
Well, if you don't want that, is there anything you can do? Is there any legal actions you could take?
Oh, yeah, I will. It's just, I'm just going to help him get on his feet and everything like that. And, yeah, and then get senior citizen housing.
Well, you see, I've got the Two of Swords, which is about kind of like a situation that isn't going anywhere. It's like a stalemate situation. So be careful that it doesn't become something sticky, that you get stuck in.
Okay.
That's it. Other than that, I mean, the cards I see looking into ahead for you, Four of Rods. I keep getting that today. It's happy home, especially. And the Sun, which is healing and health and growth and happiness. Do I have to tell you this again? The Six of Coins. It's the third time it's shown up when I shuffle the cards for you. That is the card that you take a look at it. Son. It shows a person handing out money. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You're going to do well with the sales, according to this. But with the situation you're talking about, it's like just a warning to just be careful that it doesn't become a situation you're stuck in.
Yeah, I've been stuck for 36 years, and I just want to be free. But I'm going to push push him to, he's at the age where he can get senior citizen housing, his Social Security. So that's what I'm going to push him toward, for
Okay.
sure.
Well, I certainly
I did
hope
my
he's.
time.
I certainly hope he's doing better. I mean, obviously he's had a terrible experience, but and so have you. I just
Yes.
I, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. After the show, I'll light a white candle to send positive energy for both you and him, okay?
Thank you, Elliot. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And you know something? That Ace of Swords is very important because your mind is changing and growing and expanding, and it's the beginning of new thoughts and ideas. And that's a very difficult time for a lot of people. I joke about you can always tell when you're growing as a person because you lose all your friends, you know. So
Absolutely, and I'm fine with that.
so yeah, that's the main thing. So hang in there, okay?
Okay,
But
thank you, Elliot.
you'll be
Thank
doing
you so
fine.
much.
One last card here
Okay,
again,
thank you.
the ace of coins. That's the appearance of money. See, money's all around you. I should get to know you, right?
Oh, that's you.
Thanks
Yes.
for calling. I got to
Thank
run.
you, Elliot. Have a
I'm
good
at the
evening.
end.
Okay, thank you.
Bye
Okay.
bye now.
Okay, bye-bye.
And that's it. We've come to the end of another edition of Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. Wow, interesting calls tonight, huh? That's really something. So remember now, I gave you that long talk about a couple of books that will be really good in terms of mind expanding, which would be Bending Spoons with Your Mind and Other Miracles of Mind Power. And You Can Live Forever is the subtitle of the book. It's called There Is No Death. You Can Live Forever. So those are philosophical and practical books at the same time. And I hope you maybe find something else that would be of help. We like to say at mojoacademy.org, there is a book here that will change your life. And they're not all books that I've written. There's a lot of them are books that were forgotten, neglected, or as Edgar Allan Poe once referred to them as quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore. And you can do that at mojoacademy.org. Magic-works.com, magick-works.com is my website with 106 pages of all kinds of information and free stuff and things to do and all of that. So I am going to bid farewell now and remind you once again that who you are is the universe's gift to you. Who you become, well, that's your gift back to the universe. Bye-bye now.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for the Mini Medium with Stephanie Cowan. Live from TarotWithSteph.net. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Mini Media on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
All right. Hello, friends. Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I'm Stephanie, your mini medium, and happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I am excited to be back. I feel like I get FOMO. It's the fear of missing out, right? So last week, I had so many things that I had to miss, and we ran into some car problems. But the good news is that it was a fairly inexpensive fix, and I'm so happy that that's the case, because we actually I have to laugh just because we're in this crazy energy right now with the retrograde coming, and oh goodness, Venus in retrograde. And then we, of course, have the 2 full moons this month. And then today is a new moon. And not only is it that, but it's new moon in Leo. So Leo is very strong and a very dominant, type of energy. So I have felt all the feels, my friend. And one of the things that I read was that during the so about 2 weeks before the retrograde, really is where you see a lot of kind of the stuff breaking down. So if the last 2 weeks or so, you've noticed that, your car's broke down, or you've had electronics break, your phone's not working, it feels like, everything's kind of going wonky with electronics and whatnot, then it probably, I always say I blame it on the moon, or I blame it on Mercury. So blame it on Mercury retrograde, right? So I'm happy that things actually weren't as bad as what they probably could have been. Now I should knock on wood, right? Don't want to jinx myself, but anyhow, great week I've had. I'm excited to be back, and I was actually worried that I wasn't going to be here today because we went to our family on Sunday, went to an amusement park here in Utah. It's called Lagoon. And if some of you follow my Stephanie's tarot reading page, I posted that I actually went on this crazy ride called the Sky Coaster, and it lifts you up. And so I don't even know how many feet, to be honest. I mean, it's really, really high. And uh, it was just crazy because I usually am very scared of height. And I thought, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm going to do this. So I talked to my oldest daughter and my son in law, and this thing lifted us up, however high it was. And then I had to pull the ripcord because my oldest daughter was terrified of even doing it. And so I pull that ripcord and it drops us, and it's like a straight, you're looking at the ground. It's almost like bungee jumping. And then as it went down, it scoops you up, and then you feel like you're free flying. And it was like the most exhilarating, most amazing, and most terrifying thing I've ever done. So I say, if you get the chance to do it, I would do it again. So it was such a cool feeling. So then that was wonderful. And then shortly after that, I was stung by a wasp 3 times on my back. I think this little sucker got stuck in my hair, and I have 3 huge wasp stings on my back. So I'm like, what in the heck is going on? Luckily, I didn't have too bad of a reaction, but still, I'll tell you, if you've never been stung by a wasp, I hope you never are. I never really understood the pain until I had to experience it for myself. But anyway, so yes, lots of crazy stuff since I was on my last time on the show. So we're going to jump in here now that I've shared my crazy last couple of weeks and share the affirmation. So every week, I start my show off with an affirmation. And the affirmation is just a promise to yourself, and really kind of repeat it over and over, telling yourself that you will do this for you, right? That inner self love and self care. So, for everyone listening, your affirmation says, the love within me is more powerful than doubt or fear. So, I'm laughing too because when I saw this card come out, as I was connected to a number, I literally was like, oh, well, that makes sense because I going on that crazy, free fall that I did, even reading this, the love within me is more powerful than doubt or fear. So it was like, okay, I love myself. I trust. I know it's going to be okay. And the doubt and fear eventually went away. But more so, this is really connecting with your intuition and the respect and love you have for yourself, and how powerful that is, and how powerful that it can be to take over, per se, any doubts or fears that you have. And the acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real, or false ego appearing real. So anytime that you feel that you're afraid or you have fear, just remember that acronym, that false evidence appearing real, or sometimes our ego gets in the way, and it's that false ego appearing real. Anyhow, powerful message for this week, and I hope it all resonates with you and helps you get through your next week or so as we start to go into this retrograde. And then today, being a new moon, you should be manifesting, right? Manifesting the things that you want to have come to light, right? So write your manifestations on a piece of paper, and take that piece of paper and fold it up, put it under your pillow, allow that energy to, in other words, absorb and soak into your psyche, into that beautiful crown chakra, your third eye, your throat, and you'll see how a lot of this will come to fruition. It's beautiful. I mean, if you want to manifest winning the lottery, kudos to you if that works for you. But ultimately, you want to be a little practical with your manifestations, right? All right. Well, enough of my chit chat. How about we do readings? And I have Lena from Ohio. Hi, Lena.
Hello.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, I'm right there with you, hon. I feel sometimes that's the best we can do. Some days that's the best, and it's okay. How can I help you tonight?
Just wondering if there's somebody around me.
Okay. And I just want to make sure. I never want to assume, but seeing if you have any loved ones in spirit that are with you.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, hon. So let me ask you first. If you've ever listened to my show, I always have numbers that come up, and as I'm getting ready and I'm meditating, these numbers come through, and I trust that there's a reason. Now, the number I've been seeing today is the number 35, so 3 and 5. Now, when I see these numbers, it connects to either March 5th, where the 3 and 5 comes in. This can also be connected to the age of 35. This can also be connected to someone who was born in 1935. So, does that number offhand connect with you in any way at the
Not
moment?
offhand, it doesn't.
Okay.
Not offhand.
Okay. No, and that's okay, hon. I just always start out and make sure that if I'm connecting with someone and they want that as their validation, that I make sure that it goes to the right person. So I'm going to quiet my mind for a moment here, so it'll be quiet. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to get focused, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now the first feeling I'm getting is very male. I have a very strong male coming through, and everybody always asks me, "How do you know if it's a male or female?" And my best answer to that is it's just a feeling. Men come through in a heavier sense, and then women come through. The females come through kind of more lighter. It's weird to explain, but but I feel as I'm picking up on this male, uh, one of the main things that I'm seeing with him is there's a problem with, yeah, immediately I'm getting pain right in my chest, and then that pain goes right up to my head. So this for me is going to be passing of the heart or lungs, but also something with the head, whether it be stroke or Alzheimer's, dementia. Do you connect with that?
The lung part, that would be my late husband. He passed of emphysema.
Okay.
And it was
perfect.
a massive heart attack that ultimately killed him.
Okay. I'm so sorry, my friend. I am so sorry. I I really feel even his energy as he comes through. Sometimes I have to try to differentiate if this is a love that a father would have for a daughter, or if this is a love that a spouse would have for his spouse, for their spouse. Uh, and I really do feel that him giving me that validation of the lungs and having a hard time breathing, and this very well could be him. Now, he's showing me the number 10, so I'm getting October or the 10th of a month, um, or the year 2010.
Yep.
Do you connect with? Okay, and how do you connect with that then?
It could be one of two things. It could be my he's connected with my son over there. His birthday was October, or it could
Okay.
be the year that he and I got together.
Oh,
2010.
beautiful. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he's smiling. I got this feeling of just joy coming from him right now. Um, and he says, okay. He also says that I do feel he is with your son, and here's why. Because I felt him, and as I felt him, I felt there being kind of a childlike energy. And that's regardless of however old your son had passed. But I feel he's with the child, and that's how he comes through. Now, okay. Um, do you connect with, I'm hearing names, I get names often, and I'm hearing this is like Robert, but would go by Bob, William would go by Bill. Do you
Mhm.
connect with a name like that?
My son's name was
James would be
Roderick.
perfect. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, your son is here as well, and this is his way of bringing through his name and validation. Um, and now I don't feel that your husband was his biological father. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, but I'll tell you, your husband is very adamant that you know he's taking care of him. He says, "Tell," and he refers to you, and he just says, "My beautiful wife." He just keeps saying,
Yes,
"Please
that's
tell
what he
my
called me.
yes." And I love it. And tell my beautiful wife that I have her son, and and your son is so just. I'm going to tell you one of the most important things coming from him, Lena, is that he says, "Tell my mom that I was not in pain. I felt no pain. There was worry." Do you understand that?
I'm always worried about that.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
so no, don't be sorry. So do never ever apologize for crying. It's very cleansing. It is very cleansing.
Yeah.
And what our souls need. Um, your son, he's kind of funny because he says he's been really trying to connect with you, but he's been struggling. So I feel your son and your late husband had a lot to do with why that you are here, why that you were able to get through and connect with me or any other reader for that matter. But your son made this happen, really did. Um, and your husband, he says to make sure you pay attention. He's showing me the clocks. He's showing me clocks. I'm not sure what this is about, but I'm seeing grandfather clocks
Huh.
and cuckoo clocks.
A
So
clock?
yes, uh-huh. So if it doesn't resonate right now, just keep it in mind because there's some
Okay.
reason that there's that there. So um, okay. Uh, yeah, okay. Um, and your husband also, I hear him tell you for me to tell you that he really connects with you as you're in the car driving. He says when you're in the vehicle or through music, there's a connection through song. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, there's a connection
Okay.
through music. Um, Now I know, man, I'll tell you, we got both from here and they're quite talkers, but I have another caller waiting. But let me tell you, if you are still awake, Lena, here in the next hour at 7:30 on my Facebook page, it's Mini Medium, just like my show. I do
Uh-huh.
free readings for a couple hours. So it'd be 9:30 East Coast time. And so
Okay.
if you're interested, hop on. And I would love to continue this for you because I feel like both your husband and your son are talkers. I'm getting a
Oh
lot from
yeah.
them.
No.
but
Yeah.
but I would love to share more with you. But if you can do that, I would look forward to seeing you on there and see if we can't give you some more messages from them. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
Hey,
so much.
you are so welcome. Thank you for calling, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay. All right, man. These go so fast. And when we start to channel the other side, they just love to stay and hang out. So I've got Tina from Maryland, I believe. Hi, Tina.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing well too.
Good. Good. Well, I know we've got probably about 8, 9 minutes. It'll be quick, but what can I do to help you?
Well, did you want for me to ask a question or like, is it possible to just kind of see what comes through or how do you work?
Whatever you would like, my friend. I can just give a general type reading where I just am drawn to whatever I'm picking up on. But if you have a specific topic, that kind of helps to get us right to what you're wanting, whichever you prefer.
Well, I guess I do have one question that pops into my head, which is, I'm going through kind of a difficult time right now in my life. And I guess like a transitionary type of time. And part of my work that I do is I actually read tarot. And lately, I've
Oh,
been wondering if that's even something that I should continue doing. I've been like really confused about even that, which used to be, feel like my purpose almost. And I guess I would just ask maybe if you had any messages from my dad. He's around me during this time.
okay. Okay. Well, I'll see what I can get in our few minutes here. But like I was mentioning earlier to my previous caller, I do at 7:30 Mountain Time. So here in about an hour, I hop on my Facebook page and I give free readings for a couple hours. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
still up interested, I just throw that out there as well.
Sure.
But so I know what you're saying about the what is my purpose, and I'll tell you, I use tarot cards as a guide or a tool, but I have really worked on just trusting my gifts. Trusting the things that I see and hear and feel, and then know. So you know, I always say that if you are drawn to the metaphysical, if you are drawn to the tarot, if you are drawn to, tea leaves, reading tea leaves, or whatever it may be that's part of the metaphysical, don't ever, ever doubt it, my friend, because there's a reason that you are drawn to, you know. Even just listening and picking up on your beautiful energy, I can tell that you have a very good heart. I can tell that you do this as far as reading and using tarot, to help others. This is not really something that just one day thought about. It feels to me that you've grown. Uh, and one thing that I did, I actually pulled a couple cards as we're sitting here, um, and I feel you have such a very spiritual energy that I would say stay focused with the tarot, but also start to add more modalities into your wheelhouse because I feel you might be getting
Mm-hmm.
bored. You might be
Mm-hmm.
having some, sense of boredom. So, that I feel can help you, whether you decide to do Reiki, energy work, sound bath, however you want. Now, I've been trying to see if I can pick up anything from you said your dad had passed. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, one of the things I'm really picking up on too, and actually as I pulled the card, is a sense of that your dad's passing feels to me that there's still some unanswered questions I feel that they're still wondering really what really happened. Um, and I don't know if that makes sense to you, but as I'm sitting here picking up on, the things that I'm hearing and seeing and feeling, it just feels like, they may have diagnosed him with one thing and said he passed from this, but I feel there's more to it. So does that make sense with you at the moment?
I know now the details of how he died, but it wasn't always clear to me.
Okay, perfect. And that could be very well why I'm picking up on that, just the thought or energy coming from you. Now, do you connect with the number 1919 with your dad of the 19th of a month or 2019?
Not that I can think of right now, no.
Okay, okay. Please keep that in mind because I keep seeing the 19 over and over. So this is always my intuition or your loved ones in spirit. Really, making sure that we bring that up. So, and this can also be January 9th. So keep that in mind too. When I get 1 and 9, it can be those two together.
Yeah, I was thinking that I have somebody else with the birthday February.